Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, if you could give this video a like, a little thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel, it would mean the world to me. So before we get started on today's video, get yourself a cup of tea because this is gonna be a huge chitty chat video from me. Now, as the title says, we brought a house in Thailand. We brought a house in Phuket, Thailand, and it did go wrong on multiple occasions. It has been a challenge for the past 6 months. So I'm just going to talk you through that. I don't have any notes. I have not rehearsed this. So if I repeat myself, I am getting a bit old. So if I repeat myself over and over, apologies. If you do have any questions or want me to elaborate on something, drop a comment and I will do my very best to answer. I am not a property expert. I am not an expert on Thai law. In fact, I don't really know much about buying houses, but I'm just going to give you my experience on what happened and what is still currently happening. So, back in September, myself and my husband wanted to invest in a property that we could rent out, but also that we could stay in as well. So just a bit of backstory. We have a house in the UK that we rent out. We own the house in Dubai that's here. And we had a bit of a bonus. We'd been saving. We hadn't really been doing anything, going anywhere. We'd been saving money. We'd had some bonuses post-COVID. We wanted to invest in something that we could get a return on. So we thought we'll buy a house. So we were looking at a house that was maybe in a country less than 4-hour flight away from Dubai. So initially we looked at Cyprus. We then looked at Spain, France, and nothing was really giving us excitement or, you know, there was lots of question marks on Cyprus at the moment. So we thought, where do we like to go on holiday? And obviously Thailand. So we wanted to explore the options. So Craig, back in September, travelled to Thailand, to Phuket, Thailand, and explored different areas. Now, we've stayed in Qatar and Karon before, really busy, lovely areas, but they're already really well developed. So when he went out there, he could see that they were really expensive and there wasn't really much out there. He met with a property agent called Lauren. She has been an absolute amazing superstar throughout this whole process. If it wasn't for her and the lawyer, I don't think we would have got to where we are today. So huge thank you to those two. So if you need their details, just drop a comment and I can send them across. If you are watching this video because you want to buy a house in Thailand, basically. So Craig looked at different options. We were initially looking at, see, I'm getting all excited and trying to talk fast. I need to calm myself down. I'm just so excited to tell you guys. We initially went to get an apartment and we quickly realized that we would be better off getting a villa, and I think I'd be more comfortable having a house there rather than an apartment. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really like people, so when I go on holiday I like to be by myself, total chill. So we were looking at villas and a lot were really overpriced. It was really challenging to find anything good. So Craig was going in and out of Phuket a couple of times, and then we realised that if we wanted to buy a villa, it would be really difficult because in Thailand, you can't own land. You can only own the property. I think that's called leasehold, but please God, correct me if I am wrong because, again, I'm not an expert. So we wouldn't own the land, and that would well, obviously we weren't going to do that. It would be suicidal to buy a villa where you don't own the land and then the owner comes and bulldozes your house. We'd heard a lot of horror stories and things like that. So we decided that that was not going to be an option. There's nothing we can do until the lawyer and Lauren came to us and said, what a lot of people are now doing in Thailand is that you can own a Thai business and the Thai business owns the land and then you own the property. So the Thai business has to have a minor shareholder as a Thai citizen. So you have all the rights to it, you make all the decisions, they don't have any rights, they're just on the the license of the business, and you have to pay them a little bit of your profits every year, which is really, really, really tiny. So we thought about it, we spoke to a few people, and this is what everybody has been doing. So we opened up the Thai business, which was relatively simple. I wasn't much part of the process, so maybe my husband did tell me differently, that it was torture. He opened a bank account, put some money into the bank account, had to sign some bits and bobs with the lawyer, got the name of the business. We actually named the business after the house that we were going to buy. And you can sell that business with the house if you were to sell the house, if that makes sense. So my husband set all of that up, and in the meantime, he'd actually seen a piece of land that a property developer was working on. And this piece of land was just outside of an area called Boat Avenue. So you've got Surin, where you will have seen on my Thai vlogs we stayed, Bang Tao, Boat Avenue, and it's like an area like Pasak. It's 2 minutes drive on a moped to Boat Avenue, and it's about 10 minutes from Banana Beach, which was in my vlog. So really an amazing location, perfect location. Bang Tao, Boat Avenue is a definite more affluent area. It's very close to the airport, about 25 minutes, whereas the busy areas like Kata and Karon can be over an hour or so from the airport. Close to the beach. Boat Avenue is definitely known for its great restaurants, great food, and for families. So it was almost a dream scenario for us to look into this land and look into this property developer. So Craig, my husband, met with the property developer, a Thai businessman, and met with his representative. And they saw where the land was, he saw all the designs, and it was basically a small development of 6 houses sort of in a group, and then 1 house by itself set aside. They were 4-bedroom villas with lovely pools and in a great area, which you'll see because I've basically filmed the drive to the villa, and there's a full villa tour shortly, which you will see. And the developer, this was phase 1. Phase 2, as I will explain in the video, phase 2 is across the road, and he's doing like multiple phases to this little community. It's, like I say, it's in a great location. There's a 7-Eleven across the road. In case you didn't know, 7-Eleven in Thailand is like #1 little convenience store. And it's in quite a peaceful area. It's very, very quiet. So just perfect for families. And obviously somewhere nice for us to go on holiday as well. So the process from there is that we had to do some due diligence on this developer to see if they've got any history of bad habits, loans, debts, unpaid this, that. So we then hired a lawyer, and the lawyer got involved to do some background checks, and it all came back okay. We then had to agree on a contract. We'd already got the Thai business, but we had to agree on a contract for the house. So payment terms, we had to pay, obviously it was off plan, so we had to pay so much throughout the build. So when we signed up in November, we were actually told that the latest date for completion would be December this year, so basically a year on, and we had to pay throughout. But obviously now, knowing what we know, it's actually nearly completed, so it's really, really fast. So we got the lawyer to check all of the contracts, everything was okay, and then we had to put down some initial payments, I think, 20% or something, and yeah, it got moving. So that was back in November. So we signed. I also signed to part own the villa as well. And to be honest, why it all went wrong is communication was really challenging. We were obviously still nervous about this Thai business owning the land and things like that. Communication from the developer and the developer's representative was challenging. We weren't getting much information back. We had heard horror stories of people buying villas and developers running off with your money and things like that. It was just awful. So it did make us nervous. It did make us doubt whether we'd made the right decision. However, what we realised is that they were actually in the background, keeping busy, getting on with things. And after about maybe in January, we started to get videos and updates of the house, and we realised it was coming on really, really fast. Again, you'll see on my Instagram, Emily Rose D, there's a story highlights, and you can see like how the land looked in the beginning, how it looked when the structure was up, and it really went up super, super fast. And we just didn't expect it to. Now, the developer had said back in February that it would be finished by April. So we kind of panicked because we obviously need to get furniture. We've got to like furnish a whole house and to be able to rent it out and for it to start making money for us. There's a lot of things to do. So we started to panic. We started to look for interior designers. That was a nightmare because you don't know what these interior designers are like. You've not met them. You're trying to do things like over WhatsApp groups. Really, really difficult. And I would not recommend doing it at all. It's a headache because we knew that the interior designers would need a certain amount of months to produce furniture and, you know, all of that stuff. So we booked our flights to come in April, end of April, beginning of May. That was back in Feb. About 2 weeks later, after we booked our flights, the developer came through and said, oh, maybe it's going to be August. We're like, how can it change like so much? How can it go from April to August? So we were getting really frustrated. We thought, you know what, we'll come out anyway. We will go ahead with our flights and see. And then about 2 weeks after that, the developer was like, actually, it might be ready in May. It might, you know, it was incredibly frustrating. However, we'd engaged with two interior designers. We'd sent them over, I mean, I love Pinterest, so I'd sent them over all my Pinterest ideas, what I wanted. They came back with mock-ups. Obviously, we'd sent them over the plans of the house. So what we said is that we will meet them when we get into Phuket, the end of April, beginning of May, which is the trip that I've just come off. And we would obviously sign off the furniture package, etc. So that brings us up to present day, which was the trip that we've just been on. So it's the first time I've ever been to this area, I've ever been to this plot of land, and it's the first time both me and Craig have actually seen the house. So as you'll see from the house tour, it is pretty much ready. Basically, all they have to do now is fit the lights, they have to fit the kitchen, they have to finish the glass in the stairs. There is some touch-ups on certain areas. They have to finish the outdoor area. We are, since I filmed the video, we are going to have an outdoor pergola type thing built. They need to finish the garden. They need to finish bits on the pool and the pool house, things like that. And the front, there's going to be a gate across the front of our property. So this house was the one that was by itself. It was the independent one, and then there's a further 6 further around the corner, which you'll see in the video. All these houses have 24-hour security. Not that it's unsafe in Thailand, but I think it's good to have, especially from a rental perspective. So, as I say, the house is nearly finished. We met with the interior designer. There was one company which I really loved. We had several meetings with them. I think as of today, we have near enough decided on all the curtains and blinds and things. We have 90% decided on the furniture package. We also met with 2 rental agencies to decide how we were going to rent the property, because we didn't know if we were going to rent it long term, short term. We honestly didn't know. So we decided to rent it short term, as obviously you get more money for that. So we met with a couple of those, took them around the house, look at what we could get for our money. They seemed really happy with the property, as there's not many 4 beds for rent in Phuket. So it was a really positive meeting. We have decided to go with one of these rental agencies, and the interior designer is pretty much done, as I say. And yeah, so the developer is saying that the house will be ready maybe in about a month's time. The furniture, when we sign that next week, will probably take about 2 to 3 months. I think realistically at this point, we are planning a trip to go back at the end of July, worst case end of August. And of course I will film all of that. It will be really exciting because the furniture's going to be in, the curtains are going to be in, and what else do I have to do? I have to do a huge IKEA shop. I did actually go to IKEA in Phuket. It's the smallest IKEA you ever did see, but you can order loads online, have it delivered to the house. So all of the plates, knives, forks, placemats, little knick-knacky storage solutions will come from IKEA. Then all of like the duvets, pillows, furniture will come from our interior design company called Capsule. They are also based about 5 minutes from the house. And then I have to get some artwork, so I can definitely get that in Phuket. There's so many great artists that we can get. And I'll also have to buy some ornaments, some knick-knacky bits, but again, there's plenty of places that we can go and get that from. All of the outdoor furniture, so we're getting sun loungers, outdoor dining set, outdoor sofa area, that's all coming from the interior design company as well. And then also in July we have to do internet, television, electricity, water, all of that stuff. So essentially the July trip is going to be a huge one. We are planning on staying in a hotel for a few days and then staying in the house if we can for the rest of the trip. And yeah, it's gonna be really, really busy. It's exciting though. It's nice actually. I quite like interior design. I might not be very good, but I quite like thinking about it. So hopefully the house will be ready by the end of August, like fully ready, and maybe we will go on holiday, long weekends, things like that for a period of time, because we're not really going to be able to rent it out until maybe November, end of October, November, because the other houses are still being worked on, and you'll see from the video, they are quite, far off where our house is. And we just wouldn't want guests to come and be disturbed by so much noise and contractors and things like that. So yeah, that's the story. That's where we're at. I will now show you the videos, the house tour, everything. And yeah, like I say, if there's any questions, any comments, or anything you want to know about buying a house in Thailand, just let me know in the comments and I will answer the best I can. And I will be doing a follow-up video for this probably just before we leave for our next visit in the next 2 months. So there'll definitely be a series of these for you to be able to watch. All right, thank you. So this is the new house, still being built. I'm currently in what will be sort of the garden area. And the garage is there, and then there'll be bushes just here to block off the garage area, so our drive just coming here. So this will be the garden bit where we're going to have an outdoor sofa, and we're going to have sun loungers on the deck here, maybe also a little table. So that area will all be greenery and some outdoor sofas and things like that. Then we've got the what will be the washing machine, dryer. This is the electrical room. It's going up to the full length windows in the master balcony there. I can't take you through the front door right now just because it's locked. So this is where the sun lounges will be. It's going to be steps in the pool here. Obviously the pool won't look like this, it'll be all the way to the top. There is actually a water fountain there, and the pool is huge, so quite wide here. And then obviously this will be the living area, which I'll show you in a second, then dining, and it goes the whole length of the house. So you've got a big section here, and then it goes all the way around here. And then around the side of the house here. Now downstairs, I won't go into this room because they're using it as an office right now, but this is basically one of the bedrooms, and you'll see there is an ensuite which also links into the living room. So this is bedroom number 1, which is downstairs. And then here will be the kitchen along here, and then we have the living area just here. So the TV will be here, sofa here, and then dining table, here. This is the ensuite that I was just talking about. So that links through to that, what they're using as the office there. This is the bathroom. It's a really nice finish, sort of simple, it declutters everything, black finish on all the shower heads, taps, etc. So really nice. And we've got a big space here as well, which we can do something with. So yeah, really nice. Still lots of workers in here, but this upstairs section is really light. We actually didn't realise it was going to be this big, so we're going to put maybe sofas and sort of a coffee table and things up here because it's huge, but really light. A lot of these traditional homes are going to be redeveloped. Also, the owner of this development has also bought this land, and there'll be a similar development here as well. So I'll just take you into master bedroom. So this is the view. I'll just talk you through this first. Although there's some kind of creature on the floor. I don't know what that is. So these are the other houses similar to ours. This is actually their back garden. This is where the workers are living right now, so that will be gone. There's a development going on here, and also this will also be taken down, so the views will be obviously a lot nicer. Just down to our pool there. So in this room, there is space for a wardrobe here. This is the bathroom. Nice bath again, just integrated storage. A really nice bath again, love the finishes, etc. Really nice. And then there is a huge balcony here, which we're going to put obviously table and chairs out there. Just be careful closing that. So the master bed will go there. Maybe some kind of artwork, TV or something here. I'll just shut this door. So going into the next bedroom. Getting a good size. Got the views. There is actually a little church, if you can see there in the distance. So this bedroom's a good size. We will get a king bed in here. Again, every bedroom has a ensuite. I don't know if you'll be able to see very well in here. Sink, all the same finishes, all really easy to decorate. And then the next bedroom is in here. This is really dark, this bedroom. So we are going to make this with the twin beds in here. Really, really dark, but good for children to stay in. And then this has actually got a little balcony out onto the front. Like that. And again, you've got another good size bathroom as well. So back in the living room and dining area. So lots of work ongoing. And then, obviously we've gone through this before, but here is the fourth bedroom, which they're using as an office, and the ensuite to that bedroom as well. So that is pretty much your house tour so far.